Hey guys, what's up? Mike Herd 360, and thanks for watching today. I hope you guys will subscribe to our YouTube channel. Want to do a little crude demonstration just to show you guys how the quality of sunlight affects your solar panel. Okay, this time of year, it's December. Guys been running their trail cameras, get tons of pictures. They're putting corn out, bait out, food plots, and their picture counts have increased. Yet some of them are still having issues with solar panels, whether you're running one of our solar packs and you're getting 400 or 500 pictures a day, or you're running a smaller solar pack and you're only getting 100 pictures a day. You're still struggling with some of these setups. So wanted to kind of show you why. All right, so we know in the winter time, the sun, the way that the Earth's tilt and axis changes, and I'm not an astronomist, so I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to that, but I do know that our seasons change, right? So the sun's further south, it's closer to the southern hemisphere. In the summertime, the axis changes and it's closer to the northern hemisphere, which is why it's hotter here and it's cooler down there in our summer. But we're in the winter time, it's further south, it's summer down there in the southern hemisphere, I guess, and their sun quality is much better than ours this time of year. So the further south we are in the United States, the better it is. The further north you go, the northern states, you get even less quality because that sun angle in the sky is way down. All right, so you got bigger, longer shadows this time of year. So what I wanted to show you, it's like 12:30 here. The sun is not directly overhead because it's wintertime. But let's take a look at this meter, okay? So this is a solar meter. It's going to calculate, it's showing us the voltage open current, 21.1 volts right now. I can probably move this solar panel just a little. This is a 20-watt solar panel, and then it'll calculate the watts that the panel's putting out. Right, so let's hit auto, so it's just running a test constantly. Let's see what it comes up to right now. 14.2 watts. Okay, now let's move this here. Let's see if we can kind of change this angle just a little bit and see if we get any better. 14.2 still. Might be about all I can get out of it right here at this spot. 17.7. So what I did was I was able to get this panel angled perfectly so that it gets the best sun exposure. 17.4. okay, now watch when I move this just a little bit. Okay, now there's still nothing obstructing the sun. There might be a little bit of haze. It's a very light cloud, so that does affect it right there. There's a chemtrail, as some people like to call them. But that's that right there, just that little bit of cloud is affecting the solar output, and then also the angle that we changed it. So now we're down to 13.9 watts. All right, so some of you guys are like, you're putting your, all right, so I squared it back up to the sun. Let me square it a little more, see if we can get better. I had it up to 17, but just moving it just slight amounts, you see how it affects the wattage output. So let's try something. All right, so because some of you guys are like, well, I got it down on the bottom, but the leaves aren't on the trees this time of year, so it should be getting plenty of sun. Well, that's what we're going to do. You see this? There's no leaves on this tree. So we're going to walk back over here, and I'm going to pick a spot. Okay, very few shadows, not like there. Very few shadows. We're in between the two trees, and let's see what our wattage is here. All right, I'm gonna try to get it squared up. This is gonna be eye-opening for some of you guys. Okay, this is a 20-watt panel. Now we're running at 6 watts. Oh, I got 8. I got 8 watts, and it's coming through those branches right. There's no leaves on those trees. That's why solar works great in full sun. Well, if it ain't getting full sun and you got a minimal size panel, guys, it's just not going to be able to do the work. Let's move over just a little. Let's move right here. What do we get? 3.9 watts. Okay, really not a lot of shadows on the panel. 3.9. Move it a little bit back this way. .9. You see that? So this panel is going to be able to replenish your battery way less in this kind of setup. And this is a 20 watt panel, guys, so it can do a lot of work compared to, oh, say the WiseEye and the Tactacam little solar packs. They've got about a 2 or 2.5 watt panel. You can imagine what their output looks like in a setup like this when it's not even that much in full sun. So you take our 10 watt panel. Our 10 watt panel, well, let's move out here. All right, so now we're still, let's see where we're at here. 12 watts. All right, it's coming through right there. 10 watts, move it around a little bit, see if we can get any better. 12 watts. Okay, so 20 watt panel down to 12 watts in the late winter, and then down in the trees, filtered light is what we like to call it. All right, let's see, now we're walking out here. We're out here in the full sun now. Nothing obstructing it. Now we're back up. Play around with it, move it a little bit. 16 watts. Now, if this was dead summer and the sun was directly overhead, that's the closest that it would be to us and to our location. We would see 20 watts, maybe 21 watts. But this time of year, the sun's further away, and you just can't get that quality solar. So I'm not saying you shouldn't use solar. I'm just saying you got to understand it, and you got to understand why it's not working the way you think it should work. Okay, so I hope this was enlightening. Mike at Herd 360. Y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Come visit us at herd360.com or give us a call. If you got any questions, Facebook. We're always on Facebook, so come follow us there. Y'all have a great day, and I hope your hunting season's been going well. Mike at Herd 360, and we're out.